Good morning. Happy Thursday. It actually is Thursday today. Yesterday I said happy Thursday too, so whoops, my bad. Yeah, happy Thursday. So it's been a good morning around here. Just got lots and lots of stuff done. Did my miracle morning practices. I didn't work out yet today. I might be taking Thursday as active rest days. I don't know, because by Thursday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I hit it pretty hard. Thursday, I maybe just need to take a bike ride or something, and then Friday, Saturday, go at it hard again, and then maybe take Sunday off. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how the rest of the day goes. But today, we are talking about the A in real, the achieving. And so when we talk about achieving, what we're talking about is achieving our purpose, achieving whatever goal it is, or our why, what we defined our why as. So for me, it would be creating this podcast to be able to sustain myself, help people, and help people in the process. And so whatever your why is, whatever goal you're working towards, okay, that's what we're talking about when we talk about achieving, okay? And today, the practice we're talking about is discipline, all right? So when you hear the word discipline, what do you think of? Probably it doesn't create an overwhelming feeling of warm fuzzies, Discipline you hear that word and you're thinking you're going to get in trouble. So I looked up the definition of discipline, and the definition is the practice of training people to obey rules or a code of behavior using punishment to correct disobedience. That's not what I'm talking about today. So I'm not talking about getting yourself in trouble if you do something wrong. I'm more talking about practicing self-control or the behavior of discipline in order to get what you want, in order to be rewarded. And so I redefined discipline, and you can see it in the description of this video. I used the actual word discipline as an acronym, so to speak, and I redefined it as this. Discipline is the decision to impart self-control in spite of personal desire and laziness, intending to never stop striving for excellence. So what does that mean? Long story short, you got to do what you need to do even when you don't want to do it. That's it. That's all that it means. So now you might be asking, well, Dawn, why would I do things I don't want to do? Isn't living my real, most fulfilling life about being happy all the time? I think my answer to that is yes and no. So yes, this is about creating a real life that you're excited to live, and that sometimes means doing work you don't want to do. So no, you may not be thrilled with some of the changes you have to make in order to achieve that purpose. So yeah, this is about being ultimately happy and fulfilled, but in the process, there are going to be some uncomfortable moments and initially some uncomfortable changes that have to be made that may not make you super excited at the moment to do them. So example, when I was losing my initial 80 pounds 25 years ago, that was my goal. That was my purpose, was to lose weight in order to feel healthy, be healthy, and feel good about myself. Now, the discipline needed in order to do that was to practice habits that promote weight loss. So like things like tracking what you eat, so writing it down, weighing and measuring the food that you eat, make sure that I was, consuming enough food but not too much, exercising, drinking water, and being consistent but maybe not extreme. So trying to give up that idea of perfection. So which all of those things, all of those habits, all of those changes were hard. It was hard work, and it was uncomfortable, but the discomfort was temporary. And that's what you need to know, that once you make those new habits or behaviors a part of your life, they won't feel uncomfortable anymore. So weighing and measuring my food, I did that for the longest time, and I'll still do that off and on when I need to. If I find myself eating too much or maybe gaining fat and I really don't know why, because I'm eating good food, I have to make sure that I'm not eating too much and that I'm eating enough. So I'll weigh and measure them. Tracking is something that I always did. It's no big deal to track my food anymore. You can use MyFitnessPal, or I use LifeSum, I've used pen and paper. It's really not a big deal. Once you just do things over and over and over, it becomes, I'm going to use the phrase, part of your new normal. So exercise, that definitely doesn't make me uncomfortable anymore. It did before. Now I actually love it. What are some of the other things? Being consistent. So I had to give up being my idea that I had to be perfect in order to achieve success. And really, I love that one now. Now it's like, you know what? You don't have to be perfect. There is no such thing as good and bad. It's just, for me, pretty good pretty much most of the time. And so once you practice these things over and over, they won't be as uncomfortable over time. So I guess that's what I'm talking about when I'm talking about discipline. So how do you practice discipline, or how do you incorporate discipline into your life? First of all, you have to ask yourself, desire versus decision. Decide to do what is right, not just what is easiest. So our default is to do what's easy because hard work is uncomfortable. But you have to decide, you have to make that decision to overcome your momentary desire to feel good in pursuit of feeling good overall. The I for discipline, to incorporate small changes. Take one step every day towards your goal, whatever that is. Just keep moving forward. Make those lists that I've talked about and check at least one thing, the biggest thing off that list every day. So you want to incorporate small changes which will lead to big results. The S in discipline, self-expect. So expect more of yourself than you have in the past. I think too often we don't give ourselves enough credit for things that we can do. And we think, nope, can't do it. I failed before. It was too hard then. I've tried that, it didn't work. You know what? Expect more of yourself. It is time to up your game, people. The C in discipline is for control. You be in control instead of allowing someone or something else to control you. So I talked about this before. I love donuts, right? If there's a donut sitting there, I have the choice to eat it or not. I have to be in control. The donut does not control me. We sometimes offer over the control to the donut. We try to give the responsibility to the donut. You guys, that's just sugar and flour or whatever fried in grease. It can take responsibility for nothing. So you have to be in control. The next I in discipline is for I can and will. Those are those 4 words to success. Every time you think I can't, think yes I can and will. The P in discipline is for planning. Have a plan from August 31st. You have got to have some direction. You can't just go out and just say, well, I'll get there and we'll just see what happens. You know, that's great for a Sunday drive, but not for your life's purpose. You have to be more intentional than that. The L in discipline is for learn. So incorporating discipline means learning. You have to read, you have to listen, you have to research, and you have to mimic all of those who have what you want. Those role models we talked about. If you know somebody who's lost a large amount of weight and kept it off and has been successful at it, ask them what they do. If you want to make a lot of money, read the Dave Ramsey books maybe. Listen to Dave Ramsey. If you want to learn how to paint, go find your local favorite artist or read a book about, Vincent van Gogh, if he was a painter. I'm pretty sure he was. But do you understand what I'm saying? If there's somebody out there that has achieved what you want, the success that you want to see in your life, go ask them how they did it, go learn about how they did it, and then do exactly what they did. It's very, very, very simple. The next I in discipline is for I am responsible for taking action. Intention does not lead to success. Well, I was going to, but something came up. Well, I had intended to, but it didn't work out. Well, I was going to, but blah, 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 blah. Excuse after excuse after excuse. So you might have the best of intention, which is great. But without the follow through of action, intention doesn't mean really much of anything. So keep that in mind. N in discipline is for not giving up. You will fall sometimes. Forgive, learn, and move on. Period. So we talked about that. I don't remember which one it was, but fall down 7 times, stand up 8. Yeah, you just have to keep getting back up. You'll fail, but you have to just keep moving forward. And then the last E in discipline is for extreme versus everyday. And that goes with that philosophy of progress, not perfection, and consistency is key. You don't have to do everything perfect for a week and then you get to your goal and then you go back to doing what you did before. Not how it works. So you have to be consistent long term. And so remember I just said a few minutes ago, pretty good, pretty much most of the time. Sometimes it's called the 80-20 rule. You know, do what you need to do 80% of the time, 20% of the time, you know, I don't know. That's the imperfection part. So be consistent over extreme. This, again, just takes those small steps towards your goals, not these big, grand leaps and gestures. So there's that quote about discipline. And actually, I looked up to see who said it, and it was unknown, but it said, suffer the pain of discipline or suffer the pain of regret. No, it's not going to be easy. It's not easy to do things that you don't want to do, but if you are disciplined and practicing habits that maybe you don't want to do initially that will get you what you want, that pain is temporary. But the pain of regret, the pain of not following through, the pain of not being disciplined is permanent. So you want to be uncomfortable for a little while or uncomfortable forever. Those are your choices. Simple as that. So that's what I want you to do today. I want you to, the action steps today is to do one thing you know you need to do in order to achieve whatever your goal, purpose, or why is. And do it even if you don't want to. That one little nagging thing in the back of your head, that little voice that says, if I do this, I know that it will get me much closer to what I want. Do that. That's what I want you to do today. And then remember, as always, like, comment, share, and subscribe. I've been at 60 YouTube subscribers for like a week now. So guys, subscribe. You don't want to miss any of this good stuff. You want to be awesome and real. You have to subscribe in order to do that or you will fail. I'm just kidding. Anyway, so, and then turn in tomorrow, because tomorrow we're going to answer the question, can you have it all? I've had some people ask me, you know, how do I get over, you know, thinking I have to be everything for everyone? Or how do I get over having to say yes to everything all the time and trying to fit it all in? So that's what we're talking about tomorrow. So hope that you guys have a great, great day. Do that one thing that you know you need to do today. Practice some discipline, and I will be back with you tomorrow. Peace.